Good afternoon, everybody. It's Thursday. Hello. Good afternoon, Rick. How are you? Why are you looking at me like that? I had a crazy day.
Good afternoon, everybody. How are you? How you doing?
I'm good. I was very busy
Did
yesterday,
you?
last night, and
You didn't
this
answer the
morning.
phone when I called you 30,000 times.
Yeah,
That's
I
okay.
was with the Angels,
Yeah,
the
there
Long
you
Island
go.
Angels.
I
When you're
know.
with them, you're not allowed. It was a great night, I'll tell you that.
Was it really?
Yeah. You look nice in khaki. I've never
Thank
seen
you,
you in
thank
khaki.
you. You know what I felt like?
White.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to do something a little different.
And you have white glasses today. You
No,
really-
it's beige.
Whatever, you match. Look at you.
And when we not match,
You always do. Look, I match too.
you're fired. Get out.
And I wore these so that I could
First
cover up.
cover up.
Yeah, I know.
Too
That's,
much cleavage.
I
I'm not
didn't
interested.
realize it was so
Oh,
slow.
Lord Jesus,
But
Mary
I'm wearing the
Joseph.
pearl so it covers it up. Because, you know, he gets crazy.
Anyway, we must introduce our guest. On my right, I know I have David Gusson. How are you, David Gusson? Welcome to the show.
Okay.
And you introduce to your left.
It is Joe McClone and Rachel Jarvis. And Joe's from Duke Oil.
That's right.
And you have a band called The Blend. The Blend. The bio. The Blend. It's
Yeah,
called
The Blend.
Right.
Yeah.
Where did that come from? The blend. Is it because you blend so well together? Or are you guys a couple? or
That that happened afterwards, by coincidence.
Oh.
That we
That's after.
Yeah, yeah.
That's after.
After a couple of drinks, then
There you
yeah,
go.
the blend. But no. The blend came from because of the. You've heard us here, or at least Greg heard us here a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I was
And
here.
they're phenomenal.
Watching your one of your shows, you mentioned us and you said there was nothing we don't play. Like we like to cover just about all popular music from the 50s till today. So the blend means just a blend of
Sort of.
everything.
I get it. It's sort of like
Yeah.
the show. We cover everything and nothing. That's
Right.
how we talk about everything, nothing, and there's no subject we don't.
Like
talk about.
Seinfeld did, show
That's
about
right.
Well,
nothing, right?
that's it, because this is
You're right,
really,
you're right.
it's a lot like that, only,
Right.
I wish.
So we don't have
It's true.
you have that 70s band and you have 45 RPM and the
Right.
touch, and they all have their thing.
Right, everybody has something.
They're niche, right? Is that
So,
what
and
it
I
is?
love all those bands. I think they're awesome.
Yeah.
So the idea really was, I'd love to see a band that did a little bit about what all my favorite Long Island bands
Right, and
do,
you know, it all-
and then so that's the blend. That's the
Okay,
blend.
but I bet you will never guess what this one did.
Well, only because you told me before we started.
Oh, it's already, okay, all right.
But I want to hear the story.
Yeah,
for
we
sure.
will, we have lots to talk about today. So,
Yes, we do.
you know, but last night I was at the beautiful one and only Beach Shack 2020 Ocean, and it was like
What was it?
unbelievable.
What was it?
It was, you know, the
Is it? That's not this. Wait, that's
yeah,
what
the
beach.
Crescent Beach Club. Have you been there?
No, yes. You guys have? I've been there.
You're coming next time. It was
Oh,
just the angels, like you know, it's like a group of women that they said they felt bad. They said we really need Greg here. That's what they said last
Oh,
night.
isn't that sweet?
But you know what? Next
You
time.
sent me 50,000 pictures.
They did.
know.
I didn't.
Listen,
I didn't send any.
of course
They
not.
did
You wouldn't send me
crazy.
any pictures. Everybody else did.
Yeah.
Everybody
and
else
they
was
said,
thinking
oh,
of
we feel
me.
bad now. We should have invited Greg. I said, well,
That's right.
it's okay next time. But anyway, the Long Island Angels is a group of women on Long Island. There's only 32 of them, and it's all people that give back. And they're one better than the other. And I couldn't believe the kind of birthday I had. It was unbelievable. It was great. So it was really special.
And I wasn't invited, but that's
But
okay.
it was just women. That's
all
why. That's why you weren't invited.
That's
And they're called
That's why
angels,
he
Greg.
wants
Come
to
on.
be invited.
They're-
Yeah.
and I should be called a saint.
Yes, but you'll be invited to the next one because there'll be, be next. So, at first thing we do on the show is everybody gets a loaf mini Italian bread because we're Italian, both me and Greg, and we love bread. Well, I do. He doesn't.
I hate
He
bread.
hates bread.
No,
But
I love bread. Just
we
so
believe that bread stands for unity and companionship and friendship and relationships.
Mhm.
So, you take the bread home and you break it with your loved one. Your child?
Will do.
Yes. How many? 4. Oh, well.
That's like me. 4.
Okay, well,
They
yeah.
need the big bread.
The big loaf, right?
They need a loaf
This
of
one
bread.
is yours.
I think that's for the 4 children.
All right, that gets split. That's
They're not starving, trust me.
Okay,
Give
them
you
the
get
roll.
the little
I'll
one,
take
honey.
the roll.
And here's the extra. For one reason I brought extra today. That must have been one. Because you have all those children.
Mhm.
Wow, that's too
You are an angel, aren't you?
Well, not always. Greg can tell you that.
Did I say anything? No.
Now, David would say I'm an angel.
Yes.
David.
A,
But
li-
David,
a living,
you know,
a living angel.
back when I met David, I was more of an angel than I am now. So you could say that. But really, Crescent Beach Club, shout out to them. Fabulous food, very different, not big platters, little things to eat. You're paying really for the ambiance. And I tell you, it's unreal. I watched the sunset. Gotta go once.
With all the trees, how was the trip there? I
Yeah, right?
I get lost there all the time.
Well,
with
I
the
gotta-
trees up,
You're
they're
right.
down.
I gotta go. I met one of my friends on the road
It's
because
in
they know.
It's in Bayville.
Yeah, I get lost. So last
Oh,
time I
it's on the North Shore, right?
yeah, last time I went to the beach, they had to come and get me on the side streets. I couldn't find the tow bay club. So this time I said I'm not doing it again. So they basically picked me up on the road.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, because I knew I'd get lost. I knew it. So anyway, thanks to the angels. So and you know we do a lot of different things here. Today I brought a game for Greg because he loves to play.
I love my games. I love my
And
games.
this is called Hoop Basketball.
Hoop basketball.
So this is something you can play with later. You can figure it out.
All right, thank you. Okay, this is what I got to deal with all the time.
Hoop,
That's all I got to
hoop
say.
basketball.
Hoop basketball.
You put the poop into the thing. Boom. And there's a way you throw it.
I already do that in the morning,
Yeah.
but this is a total different thing. Should have thought it'd be funny.
I thought it's like the way you teach your dog to potty train or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Hoop in the hoop.
That's
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Okay.
It swishes, right?
And of course, we have our fan because we always, Greg's always hot. So we use this to cool him off every now and then.
Okay.
He
Yeah,
always
it's
needs
true.
to
I am.
see this
And I'm
fan.
sweating right now.
Mhm.
Come and think about it. Look at this. I'm trying to find it.
So-
Look at mine. Here we
So
go.
you like our stage? You like our set?
Love it. Yeah.
I gotta tell you, they played. Oh, were you here or did you miss that? You did. That's right. That's right. She was with the Angels. Okay.
Mhm.
I get,
That's all I'm gonna say. She
he
was
gets
the
annoyed
Angels.
when he's not invited.
Yeah. No, I'm teasing.
Yeah, I
Hey,
know.
yeah, I gotta tell you something. We have people that live across from the club, and we had people hearing them play, and they came out, and they came to join us. So I have to say, you guys are phenomenal. You know that. I don't even have to tell you. I praise you guys enough. And I'm looking forward to you guys playing, of course, here, because everyone's been asking me for you guys to come on back. So
Great.
Yeah,
that's
we're
it.
actually going to be back on September 11th.
Oh, look,
Oh,
look,
there you
look,
go.
thank you. Thanks, I knew that.
Plug it.
Oh, yeah, you
David, you
kidding
should
me?
come that night.
David, definitely, it's a must.
It's
I
really a
want,
lot
I
of
want to
fun.
hear them sing. I wish I could sing. I can't sing, so I talk.
I always tell people that say, I don't sing, I don't play music, I say, well, musicians need people that listen.
Right?
So it's, you
No.
play an important
So
role.
help each other out, yeah.
You play an important role having a fan or
You
being
know,
a
it's so
fan.
funny, people say they can't sing. But I've noticed that people, like for instance, karaoke, no, I can't sing. And when they get up there, yeah, you know what, so when
No,
people
I
say
know,
I
it's
can't,
true.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
People
Once
say,
you,
I can't sing.
When it's rained, then, you know, you kind
No,
of,
that's your excuse.
well, loosen up a little. I never did karaoke yet, but I will.
No, you'll definitely do
Maybe
it.
like
It's definitely a fun thing.
I can see you doing karaoke, David.
No, I'd love to. I like
You-
making
I think you're gonna try.
You're doing it one night with us. How's that?
Okay.
We'll see, we'll see.
David's the greatest. I know him from the day I came crying to his office when I lost my job. And he taught me a lot, and that's what my book's about, everything that happened to me since I lost my job and started this great organization, and then meeting Greg, and now we're here. We didn't have a home for 13 years. You have to play with the battery. It works.
I have to play with it.
Yeah, no, that's what they tell me.
Play with the battery?
Play with the battery. You know,
So
I'm
they tell
sure
you.
you know how to play with things.
That's
Play
it. No,
with the
women play
battery.
with the batteries to get it to work. Men don't.
No, but that's what they
Okay.
tell me all the time.
Look, I swear, I'm like,
All you have to do
okay.
is touch the battery and it'll play. But
I'll
anyway,
just write it anyway. But today I have to wish happy birthday. No, you don't have to blow today. It's all right, there,
All
Gil.
right, I
All
forgot.
right, killer.
It's Corona.
I'll just take it. No. Anyway, today we have to wish happy birthday to Tina Conforti.
yes, she's like my friend from Facebook, and she
You
said,
don't know her?
well, I know her now. She
Okay.
sent me a donation
Did she?
for a little computer, the little computer girl.
Oh, yeah, no,
That's,
that's.
yes, and then now she sent me a letter and she posted a Facebook thing all about
Oh, that's
how
nice,
she met
that's
me.
nice.
I met her on Facebook, but she's a really nice girl.
And then we have, Karina Gallagher.
That's the beauty that sings here once in a while, the gorgeous long-haired.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Karina?
Oh, she was supposed to be on.
Yeah, she's
okay.
coming on again.
Okay, and then Robin Nicole Edwards Dave.
Yep, So Robin, happy
Robin
birthday.
Nicole Edwards Day.
Day. She has a very long note in name.
I didn't know if it was
Is it-
4 birthdays.
I swear you're right, I was just saying, Robin
She's- that's-
Nicole Edwards
She
Day.
must be named after every mother, father, brother, sister. Yeah,
Okay,
you know.
all right.
And then we have
And
one
we have
very big anniversary.
Stephanie and Kieran.
They're away again. The Larkins are on another
Oh, the Larkins.
vacation. Another vacation, and they got a gift to go to Bermuda for
All
next
right,
year.
I like that, I
So
like
they
that.
really- Yeah. And then we have what's the National
like
Day.
that.
It's not a really
Yeah,
exciting
no,
day. It's-
pick up your
Clothes.
Day.
So right
Did
now.
you hear that?
Yeah, no.
Did you hear that?
I have clothes.
Okay.
I just had a flood, so my.
That's not an excuse.
It
You gotta
is.
see her, no. The place is, it's clean, immaculate. She's a paper hoarder, as you can tell. She just hoards things. And then her
My bag is
bedroom, all
there.
she does is just pile stuff on it.
Yeah. But right
So
now I
listen,
have a
yeah.
flood, so everything in my house is in the bedroom.
Now, did that happen from the storm or was?
No, that was
That
4
was
days,
that
4
Sunday.
days before the
Before
storm.
that, yeah,
And then the storm.
yeah. So,
So-
and then we have hot potato chip day.
You know what that is, right? Those ones they make in the restaurants when they make them fresh, the hot potato chips.
Fried?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I
Those are
don't,
good.
I haven't had that.
It's a great.
Guys, I
salad.
gotta ask you. You ever hear that terminology, yes, Felicia? Okay, I know it's like a,
It's
it
not
didn't
like
mean,
a
it
name.
didn't, no, it didn't mean, that doesn't mean something nice.
I thought it was by Felicia,
Oh, it's about, there you go, I got it, okay,
Yeah.
it's by Felicia.
Yeah.
I really have.
which is a rude.
Yeah, it's really not a, it's really not a nice thing.
Right.
Yeah, it's like
It's like-
screw off.
Yeah, is it?
Good for
Okay.
you. Bye,
Yeah, yeah.
Felicia.
Yeah, okay, so,
Oh,
I've never
that's-
used it.
yeah, no, you know what,
It has to
and,
have the company with a hashtag bye, Felicia.
look, there you go, that's it, yeah.
The Puerto Rican does it way better.
And then, and I met a Felicia the other day, and I said, "Hi, Felicia." And she said to me, "Well, that's the nicest Felicia I've heard in quite some
Right.
time."
Ah,
And then, but I did hear it. But now there's another one, Karen.
Karen.
Oh.
What does that mean?
See, I don't know this.
Yeah.
Karen now is a,
Tattletale.
yeah,
Is that what it is?
just an annoying,
Person?
we'll take the mask thing, for instance. That you want to do the store and this person sees you without a mask, they got to get in your face. You should be wearing your mask.
Really?
I mean,
Oh,
I'm just using that as an
I
example.
kept telling you to, you kept it on.
Or, you know, your mailbox is not the right code for our town, but you better take
Oh,
that
one of
down.
those, okay,
Or
I got it.
flag's too high, flagpole's too high.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, it's a bit more than that, but I don't like it at all. I don't like any of the things that did.
Well, they can
And-
call anyone.
No, yeah, and while
It
I-
does. It did to the real good Karen.
And while I-
Or the real nice
Right.
Felicias. You know what I mean? And this one, she happened to be extremely nice, and I was like, wow, I can't even imagine what you're going through when people, you know. She goes, yeah, but you know what? They
Well,
got,
it's true.
and she goes, now there's Karen, and soon there'll probably a Greg, and there's.
There had to have been an original Karen or an original
Somebody.
Felicia
Yeah.
that are like
Really?
wanting the credit. You know,
Right.
hey, that's about me.
That's all right.
I'm the original Karen. No one's yachier than me. You know?
Yeah, but you know, David, I noticed on your site you've been saying a lot of good things, but also getting pissed off.
Oh, no, I try not to, I try to speak up for America, I try to speak up for freedom, I try to speak up for ingenuity. I'm trying to look for someone doing something right.
Exactly.
No, and when I say that, I don't mean people.
No.
People do stuff right, but I'm looking for a leader not to insult back.
Right.
I'm waiting for someone to say, okay, you just insulted me, I'm not gonna insult you back.
There's, you know,
I'm
there's
gonna,
very few people
I'm
like
gonna set
that.
an example for children in the future, because
Right.
that's wrong.
Right.
And this Karen and stuff, I never heard Felicia before today, but I
Oh,
gather
yeah.
it's the same thing.
Yes.
And regular people doing stuff, hey, we can all do what we want. But when the media plays upon it, it's so
Right.
stupid
It's not
and
good.
irresponsible. It's unbelievable. What
Right.
happened to every little kid named Karen or this or that? All it does is set up teasing at the highest
Yeah,
level.
that's
So
right.
I'm not a
Right.
big fan of it.
No, and you know, that's why this show's really all about positivity. We talk about everything.
Those kind of things that are said because you got nothing else.
You're
That's
bored.
it. Nothing
You
better
go,
to
you
do.
go, when someone says something like that to me, I go, I guess I won. I guess I won the argument. And you go, or whatever the situation might be.
Right.
We debating or whatever. If there's a problem. You know.
And you know, there comes a point in your life when you're a little more mature that you say, you know, I'm over it.
Oh, there's
I'm
that.
not.
Yeah, but you
I'm
know
not
what? I
gonna
gotta be honest with you. Sometimes it is so hard. Like I was a bit annoyed for something that happened with, but I'm not gonna mention who, but with a tent. And meanwhile, the guy installs this tent, and all of a sudden the storm came. The tent came, flew over. It was a big tent, you know, and it hit one of my friend's cars, and it's like he doesn't want to accept any kind of responsibility. Not even, listen, did anybody get hurt or anything? You know, the guy had the audacity to say, well, you know what, your friend shouldn't have parked his car there.
Oh,
That's an answer.
that's like
you give?
when a tree
No, really,
falls on
that's
your
an
car.
answer
That's
you give.
not helpful.
It's right. Come on.
No.
So what do you say to someone? I mean, when someone starts off with
Negative.
something like that, what do you do? I mean, you try not to flip out. You know,
It's not
I
right.
don't know.
But, you know, it's-
I don't even know what to say about
Well, the
that.
marketer would say that, you know, it's terrible business. I mean, you know, he's not gonna say a nice thing about this guy's.
Right. I mean, so there you go. But I'm asking, am I? All right. I couldn't mention the name and bad mouth, but I don't think that was right. And the way he handled it, he didn't even apologize. Listen, I'm sorry. You put in X amount of states. You should have put in more. Or if you knew there was a storm coming, you have a company. You have trucks, everybody. So why don't you just take some of the, take the tent down?
Are we talking about yesterday's storm?
Yeah. No, but I'm just saying.
Did everyone see the trees blowing down?
No, but what I'm just saying is.
Maybe we don't want to put up a tent today.
Yeah.
Well, you
No,
didn't have a choice.
the tent was up. It was there. It's been there for a month.
Yeah,
You
no,
know
it's
what I'm
been-
saying?
it's
And
been
it's just
standing.
because it blew away, it's all of a sudden it's my fault.
Yeah.
And I rented it from this individual, so I don't know.
Well, we're gonna have another one for the weekend, right?
No, yeah, well, I just bought.
Got a
one, so
nice weekend
I'm gonna put
coming up.
like 20 steaks in, I swear to you, I'm gonna.
We have 2
because I'm
days,
gonna glue it
right?
down.
Saturday and Sunday.
Yes, knock on wood, it's.
So I should come. It's
You know?
so nice. I tell you, and it's not packed. It's a lot of social distance.
Yeah.
It's comfortable. He makes great food. He stays in the kitchen the whole time. But we're happy because we get to eat.
It's not like I missed Greg out there, it's just,
Now,
it's great.
we
food.
told him last the other night.
You
It's
were
not
missed.
right. We feel
No,
bad.
that's sweet,
The
that's
staff
sweet.
was fantastic. I couldn't say enough about the ladies and everybody who set up and helped
Oh,
us.
staff
If
here?
you need anything and.
I feel like bad because I don't do the hard lifting that they do. I just,
You've done enough hard
You get
work.
catered.
You
She
get the
gets
rest
catered
of
too.
the
She
I do
likes
get
that.
paid too.
She does.
Last
She
night
likes
they were calling me the boss and they gave me a black hat.
Really?
It was
Oh, that's nice.
Black
That's
hat.
nice. That's nice.
So, how are you? Good?
Good. Gotta give her just a couple of quick
Yeah, I
shout
see
outs.
we have a lot of people watching.
Again, are you, again?
No,
Again?
no.
Again?
It's like
Again?
when I even look at the.
Really?
All
All
I
right.
said, we have a lot of people
Okay.
watching. Shut up.
Thank you. Anyway, Rosemary, how are you? This is what we do all the time anyway. Rosemary, hi, sweetie. How you doing? Kathy, how you doing? Marge? Oh, Marge. Say hi to the hubby for me. And Sonia, all right. Wyville Monto. Wyville, I think I pronounced it right, I hope. Anyway, Jenny A, Jenny C, Saba, Giovanna, how are you? Giovanni, I keep saying Giovanni, I'm sorry. And then Paulie, you better be here today, I swear to you, at 6:15.
Paulie, you better.
To help me with that tent outside, okay? So I'm waiting for you. And Leslie, how are you? Robin, Hill. I always thought it was Hilda. Okay, Robin, how are you, sweetie? Joseph, Patricia, Patty.
Patty.
See? Wait, she was there yesterday with you? Oh, okay, just checking. Just
Oh,
checking.
Patricia, yes,
That's
Patricia,
what I
not
said.
Patty.
Oh, Patty, I call her Patty, I'm sorry.
No, Patricia was there. She was
And
there.
Karen, how are you, Karen? You know
Oh, is
we
that
went
her?
to-
Is that the
yes,
Karen?
Yes. No, that's what I was gonna ask.
Is that her?
This is not the real Karen that we,
Is that
this
somebody
she's
on your
really-
phone?
It's a nice Karen.
Yes, this is a very, very nice Karen, I gotta tell you. And thank you for everything that you do. She's such a sweet. And Pepitone, Patricia Pepitone, and Paul Miano, and it's Aileen, or Aile, it's A-I-L-E-E. How do you pronounce that?
I would say
It's
I.
Aileen.
AI. AI is the I. So
I.
Is that your friend?
Could be wrong.
I know an Aileen.
That's her then. She's
Okay,
watching.
so
then
maybe
I'm-
your friend then. That's what I'm talking about. Say hello. All right. Brenda, how are you? That's my neighbor. Hannah, how are you, sweetie? John Scalise, how you doing, buddy? And Kathleen, and we have another John, and Gary, and Samantha, Dina, Denise is watching.
Denise is watching. Hi,
Denise is
Denise.
watching. Hi, babe. And David.
That one I know.
That one you know.
I know that.
And then we have Michael and another John. And we have, and if I do miss anybody, I'm really sorry. So I apologize. And Andy, how are you? And yeah, I know I'm missing a bunch.
It's
But
hard
anyway,
to
if I miss
get.
anybody, I'm sorry. I'll try to get back to you. So anyway, talk to us.
So
Tell us.
David, I hear you're
What's
finally
new?
having your first.
Oh wait, I'm sorry.
Oh, we didn't take her have a
Really?
drink.
Really?
Cheers.
Cheers to
Cheers,
good health,
everybody.
happiness.
Nice
May
to
this
see you.
all end this COVID
Cheers,
stuff
guys.
and everyone stays in good health, lots of love, laughter.
It's cold.
Okay?
It's nice and cold. We got a nice red wine.
All right.
Very good.
So go ahead, talk to us.
You having your first
Yes, we're having our first in-person meeting, August 13th at the
I'm coming.
Heritage,
I'm gonna try.
Bethpage State Park from 12 to 2. First event in 5 months. Looking forward for it.
Yes.
We'll follow all guidelines as far
Of
as
course.
not too many people there, everyone wearing a mask, and really just looking to get the people back
Exactly.
into the groove. Let it, I don't plan on holding events.
Too
I used
often?
to run 100 events a year,
I
about
know.
9
Do
a
you
month.
really?
Yeah.
But at least once a
Wow.
month, until
Yes.
we get more settled. I'd
Right.
like to have an in-person event. A lot of people need hugs, so.
They do, and I
they
can't
need
wait.
to ignite their business.
Yeah, I
so.
can't wait to come, and I can't wait to have ours. We have ours usually twice a month. But again, we haven't had one the same amount of time.
March 12th was our
Yeah.
last event, and
And,
I look forward to it, getting the people out and hopefully.
Yeah, and our next
get
event
people in good
is
spirits.
here, because this is our new home.
Nice. And
And-
we should have some good events over
Yeah,
there.
Yeah.
I
exactly.
look forward to teaming up with the Long Island Breakfast Club.
Yeah, of course, always. Well, we just know each other forever, so. But he can motivate anybody.
Let us know if you need a band.
That's it.
There you
That's
go.
right.
I need someone who could sing a song. I can't sing, but I could write. I have this gold record, platinum record,
Oh,
waiting
it's
to be
platinum.
sung.
You
Waiting
wrote
to be
it?
sung, yes. And I need
They could definitely do it.
Janis Joplin type of voice, in my opinion, to sing it.
You gotta hear us
The
sing
name of the
first.
song,
That's
I'm gonna
it.
give it to, I
Yeah.
heard so much about you guys.
Yeah, you'll
I
see
can
in a
hardly
minute.
talk, I sing. But the name of the song is called I Got a Lot of Love to Give, Do You Want Some? And it's like, I got a lot of love to give, do you want some? Mm-hmm. And I like the idea of it because a man can sing it to a woman and a woman can
Right.
sing it to a man. And we live in a world where people have a lot of love to give.
Right,
but we're in a
especially
state
now.
of flux where they're afraid to.
Yeah, but
And
I'm
they
ready.
don't
let
want
me
to open up
tell you.
themselves vulnerably and stuff like that. So, like I said, I can't sing, but I can write. So I
Well,
think that
let's
one
see
has
that. There's a
for you.
connection right there for you guys.
That's
And this
great.
is he's a great man, let me tell you.
She's too kind to me.
You know what? You go to one of his meetings. We were on CNN together. And he just
Rally in front of America.
he was.
We roared all day
We
long.
roared.
Did you?
They kept
Are
wanting
you
to see
ready?
table.
Are you ready? Are you ready? That's what he did. So we have a lot of good memories. Yeah.
Well, before we even continue talking, talking about singing, I'd love to hear you sing a song.
Me too.
The blends. Let's
Okay?
hear them
The blend.
sing.
So you guys are gonna get ready?
Joe and
Just
Rachel.
don't step on anything. You can just go that way so you don't step on anything.
And we'll chit chat over
Okay.
here. When you're ready, let us know.
So anyway, kill it.
So what's happening? Like, I know that you haven't really been doing much, but you feel like you're ready, right? Obviously, I'm ready to get everybody together.
No, always working, not doing much, trying to keep up with the temperament of society.
Right.
You know, sort of like you can't even say have a great day anymore
Right,
because
right.
you don't want to insult anyone.
Right, it's true.
And it's not that you don't want to insult them, that they're sensitive about it, that they're not feeling great. So saying have a great day would be like, well, you know, what do they live in, La La Land?
Right. Yeah, I know, but you know
No,
what?
it's true, it's true.
Yet at the same time, we need to keep motivation going until we get on a little bit of streak. You know,
I
a
agree
little
with you.
streak till we get
Right.
things going. And we'll see what happens. We're certainly in a historic time.
It's true. It's very true. But, you know, I believe that the more I smile at people that are miserable, the better I feel.
The more you what?
I smile at
More you
people
smile.
that are miserable, the
Right.
better I feel. Because you know what? Eventually, they better freaking change.
They're not gonna change.
They have
That's
to.
like, can you stop spending?
Well, that's a totally
No,
different story.
no, nobody changes. You just learn to control it.
Right.
Yeah,
You can
well,
try to control not spending, someone could try to learn to
you know,
try to be, it's so easy when people turn around and it's like, when you say, hey, how you doing? And then you hear, they go, oh, well, so that's why a lot of times when I see somebody and I already know that's the kind of answer you get, I don't even bother asking you how you doing. Because you know what they're going to say. They're waiting for the opportunity for someone to say, hey, how you doing? You know what I mean? So what do you do with someone like that? What do you say?
It's hard. Yeah.
What
What
do
do
you
you
say to
say?
them?
David has all good
So what do you
answers.
say to someone that you know that's a constant depressant?
well, if you know they are,
Right.
you just adjust how your question's going
Right.
to be different.
So this way you don't answer.
You very well might not have.
All right.
That could be good. But certainly there's a lot of wonderful people.
Right.
in
Well,
in
yeah, I'm just talking
this
about the
world,
handful,
and
the
We
handful.
just need to, I think perception is off a little bit. It seems like, I don't think there's as many people into turmoil as it would seem, but the perception is that there's so many of them, and we need to turn that perception around. It
Right.
won't be an easy task. I think it's
Definitely
going
not.
to take more than one person. It's funny, to make myself happy, everyone heard of those songs, you know, That's What Friends Are For,
I
and
love that.
We Are the World, and just beautiful songs back to back, and I just was listening to them this weekend. And it wasn't just, it was called USA for Africa, and then it was We Are the World.
Right.
That was literally the name of the organization, 1985. And where have we gone in 35 years? You're talking such a lot. USA for Africa, so that means the USA was coming together for something. In this case, for Africa.
Right.
Black voices, white voices, all people coming with
USA,
love.
right.
Bruce Springsteen, this one, that one, the greatest voices in the world, Cyndi Lauper, all coming together with such a beautiful message. That didn't disappear in 35 years. The perception of the stories being told differently. And the voices of loving people who think like those people in 1985, I know they're still there.
Yeah.
They just need to be heard a bit louder.
That's it.
That's
And
it.
we'll get right back on that, and now we definitely have
What,
to
I
hear
hear this
the
beautiful.
blend.
That blend.
Marshall, by yourself at the moment, okay?
We're in a blend.
Okay. Are you nervous?
Always.
You
You
look
seem very
beautiful.
nervous.
I want to be human. If
I know,
ever-
right?
I love your outfit.
Thank you. I changed 3 times, so I know what to wear.
Yeah.
Baby, please, please don't take your love from me evermore. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So silently, listen to the words I say, just for me. Won't you listen to me? Heaven knows, heaven knows. Don't you know? Don't get caught with foolish pride. It's just fine. You and me do it. Believe it's always meant to be. You for me. Till eternity. Heaven knows. Heaven knows. Don't you know?
I know you have everybody. How many people have mics in the band?
We all do.
Everybody does?
Yeah, four or
So
five.
pretty much all you guys sing,
Yeah.
or just some?
Mostly sing, mostly lead.
I didn't know. See, you know what it is? That's how much I was in the kitchen, because I didn't hear you.
But you know what it is? And he says this all the time.
Yeah.
He's like,
Right.
it's because I'm in the back.
I'm playing the drums.
Right, right.
So he's like, he goes, no one knows really what I do because
Right.
I'm sitting down. He said, but you know, you're up front,
Rachel's-
you're
Right.
walking around.
She's
No, but
inside.
she's great though. That's
Yeah,
why.
yeah.
And it was, it's geared towards Rachel. When I first,
Right.
going back to the Blend story, when I first heard Rachel and met Rachel when he was in another band, she came in to sub in the band that I was in. And when she started singing, like, oh my God, that's the singer I want. Because she's got a lot of soul
Right,
in her voice.
definitely,
And you hear that Donna Summer thing coming out of her right there. Plus, she has a very good range other than that, too. So it's like, I like this, is what I wanted.
So wait, how long have you guys been playing together? Is it?
3-4 years, yeah.
Now, were you in another band prior? I mean,
Oh yes, I've been playing in bands almost 20
Really?
years. Karaoke is actually
Right.
where I kind of like got discovered.
right.
The karaoke host suggested I audition for a band, and I went down and.
Are you serious? Just like that?
Yeah. Just
Wow, that's wonderful.
and I was with them 7 years, and you know, and then another band after that, and a few in between. So you know, had the usual suspects and the chosen few, and then a couple of others in between. But this is like the first project that's like ours, like in terms of the sound and the selection. I feel like
We played in other people's bands.
Right.
Now this is our band.
This is yours, okay.
This is the music we love, and we think most
Right.
people love.
Yeah.
That's cool.
No, I mean, you guys really, the variety. And I really hated the fact that I was stuck. It was only when I came out just a little, now I play drums, but I haven't played drums in a long time. And, but I mean, I could still play. And I remember watching you, and I was like, we were talking about because he has an electronic drum set, and I like it. A lot of people don't like
He
it.
has a lot
Yeah.
of bells and
You
whistles.
know,
and I
yeah,
think
that's what I love. And
Right.
people are, you know.
And it's easy to get a good mix.
Right.
You know, whenever you play a small place, we were outside here, but when you're inside, you know, the drums are always everyone's got to go around with the drums.
Too much.
Right,
You know?
exactly.
And then the guitar player turns up, and he's loud, and
Yep.
it's a fight for
Well, that's what
volume.
it is, yeah. So that was good. Now, how many years you been playing?
The drums.
Yeah.
I think I started as a teenager.
Did you?
Yeah, and yeah, and there was a point where when I got married and had children, there was a long stretch there where I didn't do anything musically. I wasn't singing, wasn't doing anything. And then kids got a little older, I got divorced. I was like, you know what, I want to let's get the drums back out and get back out in the music scene a little bit. And my kids I have 4 kids too, and they're
Is
musicians
it that I have 4?
too. And
Yeah.
yeah.
And you have together or
Well,
no?
mine was no. Well, mine was more like buy 2 get 2 free plan. Because I gave 2, and then I had the pleasure of raising 2, but they are all 4. There are 4 chambers in my heart. Each one of them.
Wow.
That's it. I like that.
So
I like
between
that.
all of you, you have 8?
I suppose so, yeah.
That's right.
Oh, gosh.
Isn't that something?
Oh, wow. I wish you didn't say that. I
That's,
thought of it that
don't you think
way.
that's an accomplishment?
8 is enough was a great
Right.
show,
Well,
though.
yeah, I was gonna say it's enough, right?
But 8 is enough. They're right.
I always say, like everybody laughs. I'd love to have 30 kids. I really, you know, just without the woman.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, honestly, I mean, it's so much easier dealing with the children and raising them than it is. I mean, listen, once they reach the age of like 16, 17, now they have a mind of their own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But until then, it's great.
Right.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
it's great.
It's
I mean,
fun.
my 2 oldest.
Unless they're 5 and
Yeah.
female, and they already have a mind.
Yeah, well, that's true. And they do say at 5 years old, you can definitely tell the temperament of a child, and you can see how the child's going to be at the age of 5. They say between 5 and 6, that's when you're going to see.
No, I feel sorry for you.
Really?
No.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
She knows what she
She's
wants.
bossy,
She's
but
pretty
she's sweet.
strong.
So now I saw an oil trick, Duke Oil.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah, that's
what
what
the
I...
heck is that about?
Yeah. Well, for most of my adult life, I installed carpet and floors and things like that. But my back is shot. So I had to change careers quickly. So I got a CDL, and my ex-mother-in-law had a little oil company. She's like, oh, jump on an oil truck. And I started doing that.
Right.
And as time went on, I worked for another company, and it's like, let me get my own truck. So we got our own truck. And
Get out of
it's-
here.
You like
That's
it?
great.
Love it.
But I worked for an oil company, so I smelled the oil all the time.
I don't smell so much anymore.
Yeah.
That's
I
why.
think it'd be, you know what, it's
Coats.
one of my former partners, he had a company, and the workers, it really depends. Because he had some drivers, I swear to you, you thought they just took oil.
Took a bath.
Right, they
Yeah.
took a bath. And then you had the other guys that were immaculate, didn't have a
Yeah.
stain, dirt,
Yeah.
truck smelled good, I mean, everything.
I'm in between.
You're in between,
Yeah.
you're in between?
I mean, I'll crawl and get dirty and things like
Right.
that.
Well, no, it's different if you have to, but
Yeah.
the way some of these guys.
No, there's a driver friend of mine that I thought he gets uniform cleaned in the middle of the day, or sometimes like, well, looks like he just pressed it when he comes back.
Right,
And
yeah.
Well, that's probably a joke, right? That's easy.
No, he's like that anal.
Hey, no,
Yeah.
no, Frankie this guy's name was Frank, and I gotta tell you, he would crease like military crease.
I put the hose on my shoulder. He won't even do that. You know what I mean? Because your
Yeah,
shoulder will
right.
get oil.
Yeah.
He won't ever do that. He'll just drag it.
Really?
But Joseph Beast, at the last place that he worked at, he could do triple the amount of stops that the next driver could do. And so he just said one day, and he talked to me about it, he was like, I could make more money on my
Right.
own.
Take it out, want the
You know,
middleman,
and
so
do it
to
my
speak.
way. So
Good for you.
it's it's like a family affair. My mother answers the phones.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, that's
I
the
love
way
it.
it's kind of
She
like.
makes it right to Needham. She can cook.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
That's
Well,
right.
I used to be
That's right.
502. Where are you? That's what I used to do. Do they still do that?
Dispatch.
Now
Yeah.
there's GPS. They don't have to ask you. They have GPS. There's tablets in the trucks and computers, and they know
Yeah,
exactly
see, well,
where
I
you
was
are.
the old-fashioned.
Right.
If your truck's sitting there too long, what are you doing?
Yeah, he said to me, we're gonna put an ad in the penny saver. I'm like, the penny who?
Yeah, that doesn't even exist anymore.
That was a mistake, but that
You want
was
to go online.
no one's looking at this. That's
Or you come to our Facebook and
Right.
breakfast
Now
hour.
everything's
Yeah.
all online, search it, Google it, search it.
Right.
right. So we get it. Most everything we get is from the internet.
Yeah, well, that's life. That's
Sure,
where
everything-
David comes in. I
everything is-
mean,
Everything.
David's the meetings.
I want to get an app, like my own app, Duke Oil app, so people can go on the app,
Oh,
sign
you
up.
can.
Yeah.
I'm getting an app for G's. The guy's gonna make an app.
Oh, that's nice.
And on this app, it can tell you things you want to know. Say, and I'm even willing to put other nightclubs where you follow this app, it'll tell you what's happening.
Well, because you
Everything
share
on one app. See, I'm not one of those. I'm one of these type of guys that I'll talk about,
other people in the
other
same
people,
business.
and I wish, success for everyone.
Right.
Where most people aren't like.
Not
it.
cutthroat.
Right.
No, but that's how we are here, and actually David is that way too, because I go to his meetings. We're not the same, but we do similar things. And he promotes my show on his show. I mean, it's unbelievable. He has a show too. What's the name of your show?
What is the name of it?
What am I showing? Unlimited potential.
I didn't think about that a second.
I'm thinking with Duke Oil, I like that it spells the word do, so something like we do it right, with Duke Oil in the
Very,
middle.
we
There's the Duke
brainstorm
Oil
this
part.
year.
That's a good name, it's a strong name.
Yeah, so the name, who doesn't like John Wayne, right? So my dad looked like John Wayne. Everyone always told me that. Matter of fact, his tombstone says the Quiet Man on it.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
So and he has that look, that rugged cowboy look my dad did. So that's Duke Oil is really named for him, even though it's John Wayne and everything. But
Oh,
so that's where
I had
it
an
comes
uncle
from.
in Elmont, his nickname was Duke, and he had
Yeah.
Duke Smoke Shop, in the
Mhm.
40s and 50s. So
Wow.
definitely a strong name.
It
I thought
definitely
so.
is, yes.
Yeah.
So
And
how
one
long-
syllable is good.
How long have you had it now?
We're gonna just go into our second season
That's
coming up.
great.
Oh, so
It's
it's
fairly
fairly
new.
new.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, when I just moved in, my parents, we were in Queens anyway. The truck would deliver oil and all that good stuff, okay. And I remember moving here, and I just got here, and I think it was July, I think I moved in. All of a sudden, a snowstorm came. And I gotta tell you,
In July?
listen, the truck could not deliver. We're talking 22 years ago. And I turned around and I said, no more oil. I said, I'm not, God forbid, my kids were freezing, my older kids. And everybody had blankets on them. And I remember we had the fireplace, and that was the only thing. And I just turned around and, to me, it didn't really matter oil or gas. But my neighbor turned around and said, you never have to worry about gas. And then,
So you became a cook.
And I,
Still, you're not able to get you're too
Sorry.
close to the water.
Yeah, there's some places
or
that don't have,
Yeah.
right.
gas pipes
Certain
in the
things,
street,
yeah.
you can't
Right,
connect.
I didn't know that.
So it's like the lifeblood of the.
So
You always need.
not to be funny, and I wouldn't say this to a customer, we talked about treating customers, don't say rude things to customers, but in my mind, someone will say, you know, I ran out of oil and it's cold. I want to say, well, I didn't. You did. I mean, I don't go
Right.
knocking on your
No,
door
they
to
used to-
check your oil.
they used to have the automatic.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I don't understand.
Yeah.
And I know you guys, most guys, you have an automatic, like, will come
Yeah.
automatically, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Set it up.
And some people, I mean, they wait. First of all, I think I only had 2 deliveries, but I didn't even check, you know, and see how low. I just automatically, I was like, the guy will come every month, especially during the week, or whatever, or every 2 months.
Mhm.
And I turned around and I was like, wow, something wrong with the boiler. And I was like, kind of flipping out. The kids like, Dad, no cold. And yeah, and some people, they turn around and they wait till the last
Well,
week.
because a lot of people pay
You know,
cash.
I
Do you
mean-
have COD cash?
Yeah,
We do both.
I remember that was a biggie because we had, you know, some areas that were not like the best. And it was always
We always,
COD cash.
we're always posting, check your tank, we don't run out.
Yeah, but people forget.
Especially the day before a snowstorm. We
Yeah.
might not be able to get out tomorrow in a snowstorm, so make sure you have oil today.
So here's the game, poop to hoop. Look at this, how cute.
Goodness gracious.
There you go. You throw the poop in the hoop. There you go. Let somebody throw it in. See if they make
Okay.
it. Throw
You
it
have
in.
the honor.
Okay.
It's so cute.
Uh, This could even use the back door.
You use the backboard.
David,
You get that.
I'm gonna probably knock the wine glass with it.
That way, you got no way?
Is that like real chocolate?
Isn't it cute? No, it's not real chocolate. I wish it was.
Oh my goodness.
You know you. There you go, right here.
Yeah.
Slam dunk
So you must remember the thing you had in your bedroom that,
That's right.
with the sponges.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, those were, that was
So
awesome.
cute.
We all
That
had
is
that.
cute.
The kids, when the kids come on the show, we'll have them play with it. The little
That's
kids.
cute.
Yeah, but anyway. So David, let's talk about your business. I don't think they know really what you do. I mean, I do, but the rest of the world
Can you
doesn't.
collect the poop, please?
Yeah, and collect the poop,
I can give
please.
you my poop. I can't touch anybody else's.
Yes, it's poop.
Anyway, Long Island, we just celebrated our 13th anniversary. It's
Congrats.
called 516ads.com and 631ads.com. And started with one logo saying coming soon. And now we have hundreds of businesses across
Yes.
Long Island who deal with us. And we like to ignite business, but for me, it came from creating an opposite to negativity.
Yeah.
We call it igniting business and goodness speaking up.
Yeah.
You know, the negative media is sort of like a bad habit on society. We're seeing it now in, you know, hyper focus as far as that. But it's always been a negative, sort of like a bad habit. If it leads, it leads, and hate makes headlines. Well, you can't make a good newspaper, but if you can help businesses and everyone pays their fair share,
Right.
you can use those platforms to spread positive instead of negative. My networking claim to fame, my marketing claim to fame is, as you know, I created the Everything Bagel. So yeah, I made an Everything Bagel.
That was you, I love, that's all I like to
Yeah.
eat.
That's it. That's it.
Egg
It's the
everything.
best.
I didn't create the egg
All right,
everything.
well-
I
Oh, really?
created the, well, like, the everything came first, and then it made
Yeah.
egg
Which
everything.
came first, everything?
Those are good, I
Yeah,
love those.
the original one was made with burnt seeds. The original
Yeah, it
one
was off the-
had
he was
garlic and
picking them
salt
up,
on it.
yeah.
Did
Now
you,
they tend
was it
not
the
to.
boiled type?
Yes, well, it's simple. I worked in a bagel store for many years. One of my jobs was sweeping out the oven. At the end of the day, as you make the bagels,
Sure.
the seeds fall out and they stay in the oven. One day, instead of throwing them out, as I always did, I swept them in a bin. By the way, this was around 1979, 1980. I said to my boss, Charlie, make some bagels with these. We'll call it the Everything Bagel. And,
That was it.
and there you have the story of the Everything Bagel. But,
And you really, look how far it came.
but
That's great.
yes, it's actually become a marketing phenomenon by mistake. It just happens.
Yeah,
Like
and
the
it-
Trader
you're
Joe's, the
responsible.
Everything Bagel seeds. My friend called me the other day. There's a new Everything Bagel, something that they serve. And that's
Yes.
cute. But especially in today's world, it's weird that I'm on this show, just doing what I guess some publicity. But the Everything Bagel has 15 or 16. But in my early 20s, I created a message called Learn. And Learn is the acronym for Let's End All Racism Now.
Really?
To me, that's just a
Wow.
beautiful message. Never wanted to change the minds of adults. Wouldn't waste my time. I don't have a right to. But certainly want to spread a positive message to children and opposite to racism. Learn. Let's end all racism now. The word racism goes into a broken heart. So the message also says, let's end all broken hearts now. And you know, if society's ever going to do something, I don't know what to do about racism. I'm not an expert on racism. I don't know anything about racism. I'm not really good at it. But I am good at spreading anti-racism. I absolutely want to spread opposite to racism. And if society's ever going to do something about racism, the people are going to need to spread an opposite to it. And that word learn is so strong. Conceivably the most powerful word in education.
Yeah.
The experts always say, well, the way to do this is to educate the children. The way to do that is to educate the children. Well, here's this word learn. Let's end all racism now. I hope one day the people spread an opposite to it. It's not my job to make people like it,
No.
but I do feel a responsibility to let them know that it exists. So, ladies and gentlemen, an opposite to racism exists. Please
Learn.
consider
That's right.
spreading it.
That's right.
Split that,
I always say, to be honest with you, it's not even the teachers. I think it starts from home.
Oh,
You
definitely
know,
starts
people
with
always
me.
say, it's, you know, you should learn this in school. No, I think, you know, when you start bad mouthing somebody or whatever it is, and, you know, the kids see that you do that, you know, on a consistent basis where you're bad mouthing a color, green,
It's not good.
whatever, that's, you know, the kid's gonna get it from there. You know what I mean? And he's gonna say, my dad doesn't like this, my mom doesn't like this, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, a lot of times, you know, we blame teachers, and, you know, teachers are moms and dads at school, you know, because the kids just drop the kids off at school, and that's it, you know, and then the parents will go to the, I mean, I've seen a lot of this where it's not my kid. I'm one of these type of guys that I don't believe in saying not my kid, you know, because
Right.
your kid could do anything.
Anybody.
And I got really crazy one time with a principal. I'm talking about with my oldest kid. They wanted to suspend my daughter. She was my firstborn. And I'm a fighter. I've always been a fighter. And taught my daughter how to fight and all that good stuff. When she was younger, she hit a kid in the nose. All right, wait a second. This is what you hear. We need you to come down. We need to talk to you. Well, what happened? All of a sudden, you see my daughter sitting there, and the principal said, I don't know what you teach your daughter at home, blah, 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 and went on and on and on. And to make a long story short, you didn't even ask why she hit the kid in the nose. Well, the kid touched my daughter in the wrong place. You didn't ask. Now, to tell you the truth, I would have told my daughter, crack a bottle, slit his throat for crying out loud. You know what I mean? This is my daughter, I'm sorry, you know? But they wanted to suspend, you know, my daughter. But, you know, cause gives reaction. I'm a very firm believer in
Because
that.
the one who gets caught or who initiates it is the one that they feel
Right.
like is.
Yeah, it happens in sports, you know,
Oh, yeah,
right?
definitely,
The guy
definitely.
who gets the flag is the one that retaliated.
Right, exactly,
Yeah.
right, exactly. But you're forgetting about everything else that happened in order, you know,
Right.
before that, yeah, so.
Precipitated.
Anyway, but
Well-
hopefully, you know what? See, this is why one thing I never like to talk about is politics and religion, you know what I mean? Because everybody has such
So
different
when I was
views.
growing up, everybody disciplined each other's
That's right,
children,
that's
and I
right.
had to stop myself. Well, actually, I did say something to this little kid at the beach the other day.
What happened?
His mom, like, you know, I don't know the situation, but mom goes to the car, takes some of the stuff, and the kid is there with some of the things. She's like, stay here, watch your sister. And she had a drink, like a coffee, a nice coffee, and he starts turning the cup upside down. And so I just, like, I
Wanted
watched
to
him
say,
do it
"Come here."
3 times, and I said to him, you think, I was like, I said, is that your drink? And he goes, no. I was like, I said, you think your mom's gonna like what you're doing right now? So he stopped. And that
Right.
was all I said. But then in hindsight, I
You
said,
thought
"No,
about it, yeah.
I shouldn't have said anything because that's not my kid.
Right.
Right,
And
right,
she
right.
said, how dare you,
Talk to my
chastise
kid.
child
Depends
and,
on the
you know,
person.
fight.
Isn't that
You know,
crazy?
it is.
And
That's
you know what?
exactly
And I
how
gotta
it
tell you,
is.
when we
That's just an instinct.
You know, but that's true, and that's good parenting. I'll be honest with you, because, you know, you turn around and you look at these kids sometimes. I remember my mother looking at me, and we'd walk into a grocery store, whatever, she'd say, if you act up, see what happens to you.
Oh, yeah.
Just the thought of it, I swear to you, just the thought of that.
Yeah.
And then yet, you see, I remember going to a few years ago, and I see a kid on the cart, and the mother's pushing him, and he just goes, and he's knocking everything down. And she goes, hey, you gotta learn to stop, you gotta stop. And then she keeps going, he goes, like this, knocking things off the shelf. Man, I can't even imagine the beating I would have got for that.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
my goodness.
I mean, just the thought of that.
And now you
And-
can't touch
Yeah,
them.
you can, yeah. And God forbid you yell, and they'll say, how dare you? And I'm like, listen, mind your damn business. I mean, I have no problem. I mean, listen, I don't have to hit my kids, But I'll tell you right now, when my kids were little and I gave them a little whoop out of behind, all I have to do, but most of the time I didn't have to do that because of my size. I would just bark. And that was it, you know. Moms, you can beat the kids left and right. Because you know what? If my mother hit me, I was so happy because that means my father didn't hit me.
Yeah.
So when I did something, I was like, Mom, please hit me, please hit me, you know. And they told Dad that you hit me, you know. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy today where these kids are.
We were the first generation who feared our parents
Yes.
and
that's
feared
right.
our children.
Yeah.
You know, we were the
Oh,
first
right.
ones.
And
And
the
when you
thing
went
is-
to school, they said if you get hit, and by the way, there's that balance.
Of course.
That thing of child abuse,
Yeah,
to
yeah,
protect
yeah.
the people who are
Of
from the
course.
child getting abused. But they actually said if you get hit, you report it to the teacher, and your parents will get arrested.
Can you
And
believe
kids
that?
started using
Well,
that
now
as
it's
kids
a
started
big
using
thing.
that
That's
as a
right, it's a
weapon.
tool, that's right.
And
They
that was
are.
more in the late
Yes.
80s, early 90s. Because like you said, all your dad had to do was look at you.
Oh,
I'm
that
sure
was
it was
it.
the same
Yeah.
for all of us.
Yes.
All our parents had to do was look at us, and we stopped doing what
Yeah.
Well, I have a Puerto Rican
See,
mother, so.
see, now I was gonna say, she doesn't play. She doesn't play.
She
You know?
didn't play. She always took care of business.
You know, it's really strange you're talking about that where a friend of mine, my friend of mine turned around and he got really, really annoyed at his son. Why? His son wouldn't let him go out. So what did he do? He turned around and he had a big argument with the kids like 16 years old. And then the kid turned around and said, Dad, I'm going out. And he said, no, you're not. So he locked him in. Because you're not going out. And all of a sudden, cops come banging on the door.
Oh my goodness.
Listen, and he turned around and they said, do you have a son? He goes, yeah, he's in his room right now. The kid turned around and said, his father hit him. So now, they took the father away in cuffs.
Oh.
They took him in cuffs so he had to, spend like a few hours, whatever. And then, so finally, when he came back, the kid apologized to his dad, right? And his father goes, okay, no problem. Summer school school ended. He took his kid to Puerto Rico. When he went to Puerto Rico, as soon as they were on a plane, as soon as he got off the plane, they landed, they walked in whatever, the tunnel. When I tell you, he started whipping that boy's behind. Listen to me, true story, I couldn't even make this up. Even when the cops came and he turned around and said what happened, he goes, he was disrespectful. Cops are like, well, do what you have to do. And he made his kid stay there
Cops
for
like,
3 years, you know that?
"Hope
He made his kid live there for 3 years and stay with his aunt.
Wow.
For doing something like
Well,
just because he wouldn't let you out. I mean, can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Just because you didn't let a kid out. Look at the extreme that a child would go and do.
But there were other
Right.
good stories.
Oh,
Like
absolutely.
my story for today is I have to say kudos to St. Michael's Cemetery in Elmhurst, to Caesar and to Dennis, because I took the pepper man to the cemetery today because they
Oh,
said
yeah, yeah.
this gentleman called me. I get called to do different kinds of jobs now because they call me the everything person. So here we go. The guy called me and said, I need help with my peppers. I said, you got peppers? I said, what kind of peppers? Food? I said, no, peppers. So when I met him, it was papers. He did not pay his bill because he was sick, he was depressed, he lost his son. He bought 2 plots, the plot for his son and the plot next door. They sold the second plot because he didn't pay it on time. Because he was in a state and he was upset and he just wasn't himself. So he called me to help him. So we went to St. Michael's in Astoria.
Good.
They were so nice, the 2 owners, Dennis and Caesar, and they made an arrangement for him. And you know what? They fixed it.
Did they? Oh,
And
good.
kudos to
Good.
St. Michael's Cemetery in Elmhurst. If anybody ever needs a plot, please go see them. They're wonderful people. They both live on Long Island. And, life is good. But again, did I really
Oh,
think it
the
was
bottom
gonna
line
be?
is pay your payments on
Yes.
the plot on time.
Yes,
Yeah.
but
Okay?
they were
Remember
kind.
that.
Kindness goes a long way.
I mean, that when she told me, look, just the
But
thought of it.
again,
I'm
do you
like,
think I was
ooh,
that?
okay.
I was very strong.
No, that's not what we're talking
But
about.
no.
I'm just talking about out of
No,
everything
but
in
I
this
was
world.
strong, and I
a
tried to
plot,
explain
you
to
know?
him. This man was sick. He had a problem. Anyway, he was very happy. So of course he took me to this great restaurant in
Oh, good,
Astoria.
good.
We had lunch, and I got paid. So guess what? That was a
Good.
nice client.
Good.
So thank you to him, and thank you to St.
I
Michael's.
gotta tell you, I gotta ask you guys, I know we have a little bit of time left. Can you sing one more song?
Yes.
Is that okay? Can you?
How yourself up?
Just,
Let's go.
all right, let's go. Let's do it.
David, have you been to anything like this
I love
lately?
it.
Don't
The
you love
first
it?
song was great. Great
Yeah.
song. One of my favorites.
So anyway, while we're saying hello to, giving a shout out, okay, Phil, what's going on? How you doing? Phil from Phil Versatile. I got to take a chair production. The guy, he's such a great help. The guy helps me for everything. And anytime you want to get your band booked, you definitely got to call him up. Nanette, love, how are you? Oh, I'm so happy that you're watching. Anyway, see, look at what I get. He's a Yankee fan. This is what I got to hear about the Yankees. Okay, he's laughing over there. All right, Karina.
He is a Yankee fan.
Maria.
Well, the audience notices.
Lisa, how are you, love? I haven't seen you in a while. You got to come over. Say hello, Timmy and Jules Rubio. How are you? I like that. Jules with a C at the end. That was different. Mike Laura, Dwight Hutchinson, and Dawn Dietrich. Yeah, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. And then Terry, Nikki, Janet, Melvin, Marianne, Joey, Vincent, Teresa, Mario, Tiffany, Maria, and Ruby. I have to say hello. And to another Denise and another Robert. There's a lot of Denises and Roberts.
There's so many
Yeah,
names.
I gotta
It's
tell you. So
brilliant.
anyway, we're gonna get ready to hear Rachel. Are you ready?
Rachel.
That's it. You never seen
Big
it?
shout out to Bob Daniels, that's our third part of the blend, and our friend John Jason, who fills in with us. Johnny G, who played with us at G's a couple of weeks ago. He did this one. Please don't talk about love tonight. Please don't talk about sweet love. Please don't talk about being true and all the trouble we've been through. Oh, please don't talk about all of the plans we had for fixing this broken romance. I got to go where the people dance. I want some action. I want to live action. I got so much to give. I want to give it. I want to get some too. I love the nightlife. I got to boogie on the disco right now. Yeah. Oh, I love the nightlife. I got to boogie on the disco right now. Yeah. Please don't talk about love tonight. Your sweet talk won't make it right. Love and lies just bring me down. When you got women all over town, well, you can love them all, and when you're through, baby, that'll make a man out of you. I got to go where the people dance. I want some action. I wanna live action. I got so much to give. I want to give it. I want to get some too. I love the nightlife. I got to boogie on the disco right now. Yeah. Oh, I love the nightlife. I got to boogie on the disco right now. Yeah. Oh, I love the nightlife. I got to boogie on the disco right now. Yeah. Oh, I love the nightlife. I got to boogie on the disco right now. Yeah. Oh, I love the nightlife. I got to boogie on the disco right now. G's in West Hampstead. I love the nightlife. I got to boogie on the disco right now. Oh yeah. Thank you.
That just gets you in the mood. My gosh. Terrific.
Oh, amazing, I have to say.
Just-
Guys, I have to say thank you, and thank you for being on the show.
Thank
Oh, well, thanks for having us. It's our
You
pleasure.
guys,
You
honestly.
guys always get a gift. This is the chocolate moon
Bread,
pie.
chocolate, there you
It's
It's
go.
not the kind you throw in a basket there.
Right,
No, no,
thank
this
you.
is-
No,
it's
this
not-
This is actual
it's not-
chocolate, okay.
Chocolate moon pie. It's an old-fashioned
Oh, I love
you know,
these.
piece of cookie. And,
One last thing you gotta
we have
do
a
real
game we
quickly.
play,
All right.
one little game.
Just pick, okay, well, you just pick any green color. Just pick any green. It doesn't matter. Anything.
This is the part that made me nervous.
Oh,
Good.
okay.
You just pick one green one,
Anything
any
goes on
green,
this show.
and then now you're gonna pick a red. Anything red, it doesn't matter. Okay, you pick, just it doesn't matter.
Okay.
All right, now the green goes first. You just say, read it off.
Something disgusting.
Okay.
What part are we reading?
They're just the saying on it. Right? Yeah, that's it.
In a tool shed.
Wait, no, somebody got the rules.
Those are from,
There we go, from last
that was
week.
from last week.
Yeah, you
That's
got
the
it.
same
I don't know how
thing.
you picked
We
it.
actually picked
Yes.
that.
Okay, so
Ones that work.
just, okay, just, I
You
just.
picked ones we had the other day.
Yeah.
Funny.
All right, just pick anything, it doesn't matter. Okay, give me, all right, now, it's, okay,
Something silent.
what do you,
That you might find at a yard sale.
okay, now you
Silent.
have to think of something,
Something
something silent
silent.
that you would find at a yard sale.
The old guess or just that?
No, that's just,
No,
no,
that's
leave it over,
that,
but that's just that,
that's
now
yours.
you're gonna do it. All right, you think of that, all right, now you read yours.
Something funny?
You wish would grow on trees.
Okay, now do you guys have an answer? I mean, you have to just think of,
A chair.
okay, there you go, what would you say?
Right?
I know, see, this is where, I mean,
Usually the person that's throwing the yard sale, because I can never get their attention. How much is this?
Okay. So, that was yours.
Yeah, that's
so you
it.
gotta go check,
Person,
okay.
yeah, okay.
So, what would you say?
Ours was something funny that hangs on trees?
That
Yeah.
you would grow on, you wish would grow on trees. Something funny. I know what I
Funny.
wish would grow on trees,
Your
but
money,
it's
see,
not
everything's
money.
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 Money, everything's money with that.
Dollar bills.
That's it.
There's funny money out there.
That's
So
right.
That's true.
That's a good one. I wish
Funny
funny
money.
money would grow
There
on
you
Good
go.
answer, good answer,
I
yeah.
like that. Very
It
good.
comes out with these
Good
weird things, I
teamwork.
don't know. That's
Good
it.
teamwork, guys. I like
That's
that.
an interesting game.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
So anyway, we have to thank our sponsors.
Yes.
And,
We have to,
we have, yep,
Jarrett's.
yep. Paulie P, I know you're out there somewhere, I know you're waiting for us. Paulie P, the Mr. Honeydew, right? The
Honeydew
one that
this,
she loves.
honeydew
The
that.
guy's he's a
Help me with
miracle,
the
he's
store,
a
help me
miracle
with
guy.
my
He really
blood.
is.
He knows everyone. Call him 667-4253.
That's right,
Or
that's
call
right.
me, because I have a direct line to him now because he is
Yeah.
getting me out of hot water for sure.
That's for
I
sure.
have no rugs, nothing in my
No
house.
pun intended.
Yeah. And I always come up with these things about him. I told him to change his
That's right.
company to Honeydew.
That's right.
She always asks me to do stuff around the house. I'm like,
Yeah.
It's
I'm
good
gonna
to-
do it. You don't gotta nag me every 6
Yeah, but he
months.
could come and get it done
That's
in one
right,
day for you.
that's right. She has-
And he's
she-
actually quite
He took the
nice.
rugs out, so she doesn't have to worry anymore for rug burns.
Yeah, he really did
Ah.
everything for me.
That wasn't true.
Yeah, I know. I got it. I
No,
got
you
it.
didn't.
Yes, I did. I got it. I get the jokes.
Sure.
Yes.
Oh, you got the rug burn. I
She got the rug- I don't know. Thank you.
Yeah.
First
See?
of all, he's a dog. Tomorrow they're coming to pick up the fans.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
good. All right. And now we gotta also thank Tranquility Spa. This is a place that it's really has a salt cave. They give you great massages, no happy endings. Okay, guys, I'm letting you know that right now. Okay, it's a beautiful place. The atmosphere is wonderful. The employees, they're great. They do a great job. The only thing that she tried to break my back. The girl weighs like 3 pounds, and me, I like a massage nice and soft. don't know,
Yeah, I
sometimes
like
you
it
look-
very rough.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep, all going to the spa.
Okay, anyway,
I think-
try-
I think-
just hand them out.
Yeah,
Just hand them
you go to the
out. Just hand them
You
out.
go to the spa.
Yeah, just hand them out.
And you go
And
with
then
Angela.
we have Oral Bureau Jewelers, Teddy and Christina, we love you. They're at 1033 Hempstead Avenue for all your jewelry needs. They have everything under the sun that you can buy. I mean, you don't have to go far. He's right there. They give you cappuccino, espresso, right?
Love it, I go there, I
That's
spend an
right,
hour.
that's right. And
They
then we,
give you all kinds of fun stuff.
and then Frank's Fantastic Fenders. Anytime you have a problem. Well, I know he's busy now with all these, with
Yes,
everything that
but he
happens.
also does car repair, he does inspections, everything.
Does he?
Frank.
Frank is a great guy.
Yeah, he's part of 516, right?
Okay. And then we have OS2 training,
QS2.
it's QS, it's quickly.
QS2 is
Yeah, no, I know that, but then,
QS, that's just how she named it.
is it? Okay.
QS2 training in Baldwin. She does CPR training. And she just wrote a book, and the book will be coming out for children about the COVID.
Children of G's Club.
Yeah. And
Children
so,
of the Corn. No.
yeah, no, it's actually going to be
And
it's
then-
very
And
old-fashioned.
then, I'm not thanking the cemetery. What am I thanking the
No,
cemetery?
I did. I thanked the
All right.
cemetery.
Thank you, cemetery. I'm
They
sorry.
were great.
All right. And to the angels, thank you. At least I have one of your angels
Yes.
as my partner in crime right now.
Yes, and it was
I
great
love her.
last night.
And anyway, guys, you're going to be playing when now?
We'll be back here on Friday, September 11th.
And so it'll be outside.
Yes.
And everybody should come.
That's
It's
right.
going to be a great night.
A lot more music like that, like it,
That's right.
dancing
Hempstead
type of music.
Kiwanis Club needs to be
Oh,
here.
you know that.
Hempstead
Thank you.
Kiwanis
Thank
represents
you.
Carl, represents
Thank
Carl.
you.
They got
Oh
that.
my
We got
God.
a lot
Oh,
of
Jesus,
Kiwanis
Mary,
clubs
Joseph.
Now
Yeah.
Denise is all upset.
You know that, right? You know that,
Is
right?
that a different club?
Oh, no.
That's my mom's home club.
Oh, well,
When I
you
was
guys are
not
real
a
strict ones.
member, I definitely was participated in a lot of them.
But you weren't a member?
I wasn't. But they were actually our official first show when we played with the Glen, when you saw.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
We played with them at the Oldies with Goodies dance. That was our first show.
That's nice.
So it was you guys.
Yeah.
See, I didn't even know the name of the band.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to also,
That's right. That's
yeah, I
right,
want to
that's right.
recognize, you know him, David Lang. Big secret, he did not tell us, he published his book,
Did
just
you?
came out, David Lang. He didn't.
Wait,
have-
I didn't meet David. I didn't
No,
meet
you
David.
haven't, but David
Oh,
was.
you, okay.
Yes,
He served our country, I think, 34 years
yes.
in the military.
He's part of the club. He's a big helper to us, and his book is my journey through La Mancha about a love that he had, and it brings a smile and helps bring light to just one person.
What a humble man.
He's
Such
a humble
man.
He did not tell it. Now we're very tight at the club. No one knew we did it. We do it together, but this one he wanted to do on his
Right, he had thousands of people in the Air Force underneath him
Yes.
as the leader. He's a very cool guy from Long Island.
Yeah, you're gonna meet him soon.
Okay.
He's a great man, and when he first came over, we did a lot of work together.
Yeah.
Helped him a lot.
He's a very nice guy.
You were great to him. The 516 Airs was great to him. So David, good for you. I can't believe you kept a secret from your coach. Not good, David.
And anyway, so Saturday we have Fast Five. I keep saying the other band. What was the other one? Furious Five. I forgot it. Five Stone. I get
Five Stone.
Five
That was
Stone.
last week.
That was last week, and I'm really, really sorry, guys. I'll make it up to you.
It's hard.
And then we
you
have,
have to
and
remember
then we,
a lot.
and then we have the Sweet Soul Music Band with Derek. Derek is really, he's another great guy.
That's
He really
Sunday,
is.
right?
Yeah, that's Sunday. So guys, you got to come on out. Thank you so much. It was a great show. Thank you for being on the show.
Thanks for
We'll
having us.
definitely see you
Guys,
guys
great.
soon. And you got to come up with something else. Bagel. I know. Come on, you got
You gotta come up with a new thing.
Just one more thing. Come on,
You
one more
will.
thing.
We'll
Yes, you will.
work on that.
Yes,
Work
you
on it.
will.
All right, guys. Thanks so much. And it's a
Rap.
all right.